What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and welcome back to Dragon Age the Veilguard. So anybody who's been watching the series, you'll know that I've been running around here like a mad dog trying to find this last damn memory. This last Solas memory. And I'm like, well, I've checked everything. Maybe I have to come back later. Maybe this, maybe that. Well, turns out that literally just right behind me here, however many times I've ran through here and checked out all this, if you just turn around, I was wandering around here, just looking around off camera, seeing if I had cleaned anything up or missed any random loot chests, and I found this gate. Now, these gates are Solas memories, and every time we've gone through a Solas memory so far, we've gotten a wolf statuette at the end of it, and so I'm assuming this is the last one. So let's hop in here and see what happens. The labs below.
Another ancient elf.
You're awake. How's your head? The guards really knocked you about.
Well, it's...
Do you remember our mission? Gillenane's lab. The wolf sent us to infiltrate her testing grounds. Things didn't go perfectly to plan, but the wolf smuggled in help. A key. If you can fight, grab the key and we'll run for it. Just be ready for whatever the witch has in store.
This sounds on a little bad time recovery mission, huh?
Solas's agents.
Big key.
Freedom. We'll move faster if we split up. See you ahead.
I'm sure this is gonna have lots and lots of bad
Blight.
nightmare fuel shit in
careful.
here.
Ugh. Somehow it's even more revolting.
Remember, these memories pack a punch.
Get some of these taken care of at range. Hit him with the scorpion. Don't get up on my account.
So Gillenane was experimenting with Blight and Darkspawn. The Blight infested her lab. The memory's not over.
And this Blight stuff is why Solas and Mythal ended up rebelling, because they wouldn't stop doing this stuff. The Blight was how they attained godhood in the first place, if all those war memories are to be believed. And I suppose it's completely up to interpretation if you do believe them or not. I don't know how I feel about the origins of the Blights to begin here, but I need more before I give a final
Wolf,
opinion.
you came for us. Your key was enough.
Definitely not for us.
This unnatural corruption demanded my personal attention.
He's way too selfish for that.
It is strong. It has already blocked the escape route I had planned. We will need another way to the surface.
Let's all split up and find it.
I will destroy what corruption I can. You must cut through these monstrosities before Gillenane unleashes something worse.
Solas sounded rattled.
The Blight really had him scared.
And like he just sent two of his people off to their deaths.
You see boundless creation and choose to destroy it? Learn respect for the life that will succeed you.
She's using the testing grounds against us.
So we have no angle on Earth. That's sure yet. There we are.
Time to go.
Free! me.
Oh yeah.
Faster than anticipated. Perhaps you and your allies want more study.
There's always one last room. Get an upgrade for Hard, and she already has that equipped too, so I'm gonna need to check that.
Got company.
Run over you, bitch.
I think we broke through to Gillinane's prize specimens.
If this is what Darkspawn looked like when Gillinane was experimenting, then
Maybe the Darkspawn we've been seeing are new. Maybe.
Here, the blessing you denied. Oh, help me! Ah!
Damn. Gillinane got her.
The way he told us to progress did have that kind of feeling like he sent us both to our death.
Look out!
Stuck on this.
Dude, all.
You would unleash a blight on this world and call it a masterwork! You, who are the most sensitive of us!
All that I am belongs to the pursuit of creation. You chose to constrain yourself. I must climb to the heights only understood by gods. I go now to join them.
Wolf, you are greater than any of them. Please, help me.
Yeah, he won't. I think likely all he'll do here is stab her in the back, give her a quick death.
He's too afraid of the Blight to do anything but end her pain.
I am so sorry I failed you. There is only one way I can help you now.
Wolf.
This place and the corruption within it must be eradicated. No trace can be allowed to spread. Go. Your work here is done. There is no need for you to witness what I must do.
Keep telling yourself that if it helps you sleep at night.
Solas destroyed the lab, the Blight that was here, and his agent.
he was so ready to burn it all. Friends included. Not much has
Pretty
changed.
axe.
This fragment might tell us more.
Last one. And level 33. That's a beautiful sight. I'm getting pretty up there now at this point. And here's how we get to this little walkway that I've been looking at, puzzled for so long. It's kind of crazy how long I've been trying to figure out how to get up here, and it's just a quick hop and a skip through those little lab memories. I think I might want to take a quick swing back through, because maybe there's some kind of chest there? Let me see. No, I have every chest unlocked on the map. Alright. Then let's head on back to the lighthouse, and let's take a look at Solas' final memory. Or his final regret, rather. Let's see how he justifies his actions in the last one. Sure, there's gonna be a whole lot of woe is me. I tried, I did my best, I took precautions going on.
I wish I could breathe fire. I don't know, just feels like the kind of thing that could be useful, you know?
I knew that you would find me soon enough. You need the power of a god. The strength that I alone still carry.
The blighted Evanurists will soon break free from their prison. I must make a stronger one that can contain them.
While the prison is important, it is not the only goal you seek.
Why should I not tear down the veil and bring back immortality to all the Elven people? They deserve it.
The Elven people of today do not deserve to see the world they love be torn apart to salve your conscience.
Well spoken, Mythal.
I must fix what I have broken. I am sorry.
As am I, old friend.
And that's when he killed Flemeth at the end of Inquisition.
Solas killed Mythal?
More bullshit justifications.
After all that? Is this another memory from a different time?
No. He wore that same outfit in the Inquisition. We knew Solas woke up in this world without most of his power. Now we know how he got it back.
By killing the only other god around and stealing her power.
All that epic magic and godly power. In the end, it comes down to love and murder. Same as always.
All these memories are about Solas being sad that he was right and nobody else could see it. He was right about how becoming elves would lead to war with the Titans, but Mythal wouldn't listen.
He was right that using the dagger on the Titans was evil, but Mythal wouldn't listen.
He was so proud when he imprisoned the other gods. Finally, he got to prove that he was right, and they were wrong.
Then he wakes up in our time and finds out he was wrong. The elves have nothing. The Blight's a constant threat.
And Mythal's alive, somehow. But she still won't listen.
But this time he'll show her. No matter what it takes.
So, how does everything we know help us?
At the end of the day, he's just a jumped up prick with grand ambitions.
Whatever happens, he won't risk letting it back out into the world.
Agreed. But he has a plan to escape that prison, and not one we'll like.
He turned on Mythal, the one person he was actually loyal to. There's no way he won't turn on us.
Yeah.
He's a spirit, or was once. He might be able to possess someone, affect minds, all the things spirits do.
He created the Veil. His very nature is tied to it. That will be a source of strength, but also a potential weakness.
Mythal has him all messed up. Anything about her or Elgernon is gonna make him angry. Sloppy.
Solas thinks he knows what's best for everyone. Anything he does, he'll do while telling himself he's the hero.
Solas has caused a lot of damage, but he's not like Elgernon, trying to wreck the world to rule it. He's trying to repair the damage he caused, and he knows he's made mistakes. There might be hope for him.
Maybe.
You don't think he'll turn on us?
Oh, absolutely.
No, he's totally going to turn on us. I mean, after that.
You have witnessed the Protector's tale, Dweller. Almost to its end.
Yeah, he's definitely turning on us.
Almost. How can there be more?
When the mighty fall, their echoes cross the ages. An audience is warranted. Speak with your visitor. She awaits you in the Crossroads.
That's interesting. Yeah, at the end of the day, he will turn on his own nose. He'll kill anybody without remorse as long as he thinks it makes sense. If it makes sense to him, then everybody else be damned, right? That's kind of how his opinion and attitude towards everything has always been. Now, I'm a little disappointed Varric hasn't been there for all this Solas stuff. It would have been nice to know more about the guy who killed him, I think, from his POV. Or almost killed him, rather. Shame he hasn't been down here. But yeah, Solas is absolutely going to turn on us. He turned on Varric, he turned on the Inquisition. He turns on his love interest from the Inquisition if you play a female Lavellan. Like, there's nobody you won't turn on. I mean, he stabbed Mythal in the back too. He's absolutely going to sell us down the pipe. Whatever it takes for him is just the way that... No, it's not. That has to be a skeleton. I thought that was Hawk for a second, but that would make no sense in my timeline. Yeah, there's nobody he won't turn on. Screw everybody, right? Fuck him. That's Solas' opinion. I'm more intelligent, I'm better than you, and I know what's right, so... You can all just hold that and deal with the consequences.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Illuvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
Claudia Black is still a phenomenal voice actress.
Not the Dread Wolf's Crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solas and Mythal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solas spilled Mythal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait. How do you know exactly what we saw of Solas's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dread Wolf's memories. When Mythal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
The elven gods had access to magic beyond anything we can imagine?
To be sure, but it matters less what they possessed than what they were. You recall that the first elves were spirits, do you not? Mythal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again, she was struck down, on this occasion, by Solas. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait. You?
As you say.
Are you gonna miss out the part about how the host she was jumping from person to person with was your mother, and the whole daughter chain of possession with the witches of the wilds? Yeah. Missing a couple steps in that explanation, Morrigan.
If your Mythal returned in Morrigan, we need your help with fighting the gods.
And here I am, as you may notice. But there is something I must make clear.
What? That was like how Elganon and Gillenane can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mythal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you, then?
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remain free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions?
Yeah, multiple actually.
You would have met Solas in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mythal's memories. At the time, I thought Solas a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mythal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
This is talking about Flemeth and Conabar, and how he killed her lover, basically, because he was jealous and he didn't want to lose the money that he offered to buy her for.
So, there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mythal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
This isn't the strangest thing I've heard, but it's close.
'Tis difficult to describe, even now. Mythal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me, but I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mythal's and of those who bore her.
She did misdescribe part of her own character history there. Maybe she's just trying to cut it short and cut to the chase. But she didn't think that she didn't think that Flemeth was trying to put an ancient god in her. She thought Flemeth was trying to put herself in her, because the legend is that the Witch of the Wilds has been around for hundreds and thousands of years. Which wouldn't make sense. Flemeth is human. She's considered an abomination back in Origins, and she's had tales of many, many, many daughters, but never a daughter that Morrigan had seen. It's only ever been her for as long as she's alive, and now Flemeth is getting very, very old. And there's the things with the robes of possession and the Black Grimoire, which details how Flemeth sustains her life, or what Morrigan initially thought was that she possesses her daughters and hops from one to another. That is what she feared about Flemeth, which is why she got the Warden to clap Flemeth. And then way, way later, you have the Well of Sorrows, which is actually Flemeth and Mythal in one, which is why in Inquisition, I specifically don't let Morrigan take the Well of Sorrows, because I'm not going to tie her and bind her to some god's spirit, but it seems like that ends up happening here anyway. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'll have to digest that, but she's saying that she isn't... She's saying that she has free will and that she can handle this and that it's just knowledge and memories. But we know that that's not entirely true, because when my Inquisitor took the Well of Sorrows, Mythal could override me and make me do as she wished. Perhaps it's different now she's dead and absorbed the other way, but...
Do you have information we can use against Gillenane or Elganon, or Solas?
The last time Mythal faced Elganon and Gillenane, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solas?
You may recall he murdered Mythal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right. You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mythal.
I am not Mythal in her entirety, but yes, the Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solas?
I should ask you. Mythal knew Solas better than anyone.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to discover if I would stand directly against the Dread Wolf, were there a need?
Would you?
I shall aid you in any way, But that, even had I the power, what has passed between Solas and Mythal, I beg you, do not ask this of me again.
I don't feel sorry for him. This is true, but nicer than I would like to say it, and if the monster part wasn't there, this would be true, because he's just a self-pitying asshole. The way he's always been. Main character syndrome. That's what Solas says. He thinks it's all about him. The world is his to fix. The world is his to set straight. The world was his mistake that he needs to fix. And all the hundreds and thousands and millions of lives be damned because he feels bad about something that he did eons ago that everybody's already dead from. And this game is already trying to paint that in a different way, saying, I mean, it has one memory right there with Mythal, right? He's like, the gods are going to break out. I must put them in a new prison. And then Mythal said, yeah, you should do that. You're right. But why are you going to tear down the veil too? So he could have relocated them without tearing down the veil. Why did he do that? Because he wants to make the elves immortal and all that other stuff. And she hit the nail on the head. All the elves alive today don't deserve to have their lives in the world as they know it torn apart because he feels sorry for himself. Mythal hit the nail on the head with that.
Well, Solas killed the Titans, destroyed the ancient elves, and wants to ruin this world to bring back his old one. But he'll always make sure you hear just how sad he is about all the murder.
If that is how you see him, perhaps the Dreadwolf's words have not served as well as he might wish.
I'll say.
'Tis not malice which made Solas your opponent, but conviction, a belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solas was once beloved of Mythal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face.
Friends like these.
In a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
Maybe there's a way we all get what we want.
Do you truly believe such a thing?
Well, maybe at least what we deserve.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mythal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solas recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mythal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the Crossroads. I can open the way for you. Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
Another fragment of Mythal, in addition to the one inside you.
You are aware of what the word fragment means, are you not? One small piece of many, formed when something greater is broken.
She's still a little sharp, but her edge has been dulled over the years with motherhood and age.
Broken, it may shatter into pieces, each holding part of the original. Among the
It's not so snappy as she used to be.
Gods, Dirthaman and his brother, Falondine, are but one example.
You're getting soft, Morgan.
You make it sound like this piece of Mythal is going to attack me.
You know Solas, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mythal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mythal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Elganon and Ghilanane, or against the Dreadwolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
If I were to try to talk with her, do you have any suggestions?
She will demand respect, but detest flattery. She appreciates righteous anger, but will not tolerate pity. She is, for want of better phrasing, prickly. But if you are determined to try, then I wish you luck.
You would know this aspect of Mythal better than anyone. Could you try talking to her?
I dare say she would attack me on sight.
Spirits can't get along with fragments of each other.
Spirits, certainly. But the aspects of a self-righteous god who have walked different paths for ages? One bears the insult of her betrayal by the Evanurus, and then by Solas, as fresh wounds, insult upon injury. The other once fell in love with an Alamari chieftain and lived happily in a swamp for centuries. Each reminds the other that another path existed, that they could have been wrong, and nothing angers Mythal like being wrong.
Don't meet your heroes, huh?
What kind of spirit was Mythal before she became an elf? I know Solas is elven for pride.
Mythal enjoyed ruling and having power, but it came not from the overweening desire to crush resistance, as is the case with Algernon. The emotion that inspired her might best be described as benevolence, a guiding hand, inclined to kindness. But like any spirit, when angered or twisted against her purpose, a more violent aspect arose. Where the Dreadwolf's wisdom gave way to pride when the world did not meet his standards, Mythal's benevolence gave way to retribution. After all, when kindness fails, the guilty must be punished.
Thank you for the information, Morrigan.
I only ask that you reflect upon what I have said. The Dreadwolf is not so apart from the world as he thinks. There, you have the advantage of him.
I guess we'll see. I'm not very confident or eager in trying to get through to Solas. I'm honestly still kinda on team stop the bastard. Let me see what level this is. It's gonna rock my shit. 5 to 40. We can probably handle it. We do have a skill to purchase, so let's just finish it off. Can't go down here until 40, so all the levels from now, we'll just slide around as we please. You have points, which is good. Let's take a look. You apply Sundered. You detonate Overwhelmed. You have 2 points. You have some cooldown reduction on that. Grants immunity to them while the effect is active. Let's start working on our healing cooldowns too. That works for me for now. And then Nev, you don't have any points. So. Look at the comparisons here. 201. Dagger, attack my target, deals 50 barrier damage, vulnerable to cold. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll leave it like that for now. Probably switch up our party makeup at some point just to freshen things up. Nev is probably... I would say Nev and Davrin are probably my 2 favorite companions so far. I know Hardin was a fan favorite from Inquisition, which is obviously why they brought her along, but she was always Scout Hardin. Like, it's a very cool character, don't get me wrong, and she surveyed every area for you before you got there, but...
Sharper than the whole.
Davrin's solid, and so is Nev.
We're getting close to where Morrigan said that other fragment of Mythal was.
I obviously love Varric, so no need to ask about that. Emmeric's okay. He's a little dry, maybe, from a certain perspective, but he's alright. And then Who else do we even have? The trader's last word. The stone nearby bears the gouges of titanic claws. A message has been carved shakily into the ground with a broken tooth. They accused me of treachery against Fen'Harel and cast me down from the heights. I protested my innocence then. I protest it now, crawling with my limbs shattered, but there is no one to hear. So I offer myself up for the execution that once most pleased the gods. May the name of Nunael be cleansed with flame. Yeah, Emmerich's not bad. Valara is a little too Disney for me. I mean, she's cutesy and she's fun, but a little too Disney for me. There's not much there past the surface, right? Apart from that one conversation we had where we were talking about her brother. That was kind of cool. But
that has to be her.
How should we do this, Rook? Do you think she'll talk to us?
Absolutely.
Guess we'll find out.
Maybe we will have a chance to speak to her, actually.
You are Rook. I have seen you and your companions. We made ourselves bodies to be like humans, but I never expected to see humans scurrying about in the dread wolf's Crossroads. And you know who I am.
Mythal.
The part of me that survived betrayal by the rest of the Evanuris, if this can be called surviving. Solas. He drew me from the dagger that struck me down, but what is left of me can only survive here. I cannot return to the world, and even the true Fade is denied me. All I can do is watch. Why are you here? To beg me to give up what remains of myself to help you defeat the monsters Elganan and Gillenane have become? Or do you simply think yourself ready to fight a god?
I came here to ask for your help. The gods have endangered the world and...
You dare explain to me what they are doing? You are 1,000 years from knowing the proper words.
We saw Solas's memories, his regrets.
You saw the recollection he cultivated like a tree, twisting to catch the sun.
That's also a fair point.
You wish for my help? Convince me. Make your case, and I will yield my essence willingly to help you against Elganan and Gillenane. Fail, and I shall kill you for wasting my time, or you will kill me and obtain my essence in doing so. A harder-edged, simpler version. It has been centuries since a petitioner stood before me, so why should I help you?
Okay. She said she hates pity. She said she likes respect. And what were the other things? It was self-pity. She liked respect, but not like groveling, I think, like not begging. What else was it? I think if we tell her that Solas is helping us, she's gonna freak the fuck out and be like, kiss my ass. Kind of thing. I think if we told her that we must stop the gods, she'll be like, tell me something I don't know. The Blight is pragmatic, and she fought against it too. That might be a good place to start, right?
If I don't stop the gods, the whole world will be corrupted by the Blight.
That is why you must succeed, so tell me why I must help you.
We know the truth about the Blight. We know it came from the imprisoned dreams of the Titans after you and Solas defeated them.
And?
She did say she likes righteousness. This is pity and like everybody's dead boo-hoo. There's something about righteousness and retribution, right? Then again, if she likes retribution, she stood against it and failed, so this would be her chance to get retribution.
Stopping the Blight mattered enough for you to talk with Solas even after he rebelled against you. It mattered enough for you to stand against the other gods.
And I was struck down for doing so, betrayed by those I had ruled beside for centuries.
You made the difficult choice to protect your home because it was the right thing to do. Help me do the same.
Not bad, but not enough. Let us speak of something else.
Okay.
You can't want Elganon and Gillenane to rule the world. Not after what they did to you.
I ruled alongside them for centuries. I bear them no love now, and they were ever flawed, as all rulers are. Yet the world needs rulers. So set the Blight aside and tell me why I should help you topple them.
Well, based on her reaction to the Blight seemed like it was pretty important to her, actually. They wronged you as Pede, she won't like that. We need no gods. That would be an offense to her, too, based on her own ego. That wouldn't be the right words to say to manipulate her. Blight aside.
How am I supposed to just set the Blight aside?
By making an argument not related to it, as I asked you to.
The Blight is a core part of who they are. And I don't think you're in favor of it.
If you wish to prove your worth, you must do better than that.
Okay.
Solas is helping me.
Solas is using you. Besides, why should I esteem the Dreadwolf's approbation? He rebelled against me.
But the two of you stay close.
Until he killed the tattered fragment of me who hid inside the human swamp witch and wept. He keeps me here, yet has not visited since waking from his slumber. Tell me this. What should I have done when Solas turned against me after all we had been to one another?
Yeah. This one's the easiest one of them all. Forgotten about him. There's a saying in my family that my grandparents used to say, and they basically said, when people act like pieces of shit, the best response would be to treat them like pieces of shit and scrape them off. Don't lower yourself to their level, don't go tit for tat, don't argue, don't bicker, don't get into any of that. Just scrape them off like shit on a shoe and walk away. Just forget about them. I think that's the best advice here, Mythal, and I think you might appreciate that. Certainly the easiest question so far. Scrape them off.
Solas made his choice. You made yours. It might have been cleaner for you to move on from him completely instead of keeping your feelings for him.
Just like that? Do you feel so little that you could follow such a path with someone you had known for centuries?
You asked me what you should have done, not what I would have done.
My patience wears thin. Choose your next words carefully. Why must I give myself over to you?
I am worthy of your help.
That is for me to judge.
I am fighting to protect this world.
Any petty tyrant can fight those who come to their land and claim to be protecting their people. I have seen rulers, human as you are, the mages of Tevinter, following in the Elven Empire's footsteps. They build nothing that does not serve them. Why should I believe you are any better? What is a protector to you?
Building a safe place. Being a protector is not necessarily about slaying monsters, and we certainly don't want to be like her, but ultimately building a place where people can be safe and don't have to kill monsters. That's what a protector should do. It should keep everybody safe and avoid the need to fight in the first place. Defense is defense. You defend yourself, you don't attack. Well, there's something to be said about that and preemptive strikes and all that stuff, but in general, I would say what a protector is to me is somebody who builds a safe place for their people. Whatever that entails.
It's making a place that's safe for everyone. That means defending against danger. But it also means building a strong community that works together for the common good.
And what have you built?
Look at my team. We're not just hired blades. We started as strangers and grew together into a family.
Your arguments are compelling. I find you worthy, Rook. I have spent thousands of years watching. I shall miss that. But if what I am can protect the innocent and smite the guilty...
There's that retribution.
This is what remains of me. I give it to you freely. Use it to protect this world with kindness when possible and cunning when necessary.
I will. Thank you.
Well, that went well.
The essence of a god. Like a piece of the sun. I've never felt something so alive.
And now, what's the next step?
We literally have a god in our back pocket.
At least her essence does. When the time comes, we'll be ready.
You know what this is giving me vibes of? This is giving me vibes like I just picked up the means to an alternative ending. Mythal's Lie. It does 0 damage, but an assload of stagger. Deals 80 added fire, 80 added necrotic, and 80 added... Oh, okay, so it's 160, 320. I will try it. A fragment of Mythal found the team worthy of her power and willingly surrendered her essence. That power now rests safely with the team, ready for when they find a way to use it to stop Elganon and Gillenane, or any other god who might strike.
And we didn't even have to fight her for it.
Not sure what we do with it just yet, but if Morrigan's telling the truth, it'll come in handy at some point.
It remains to be seen. Now, before we wrap the episode, there is obviously goodies that I'm going to try and wrap around to. So let's explore this joint a little bit. I know there's a Fade chest up there, so you all know I want that. I imagine this is where we would have fought Mythal if it came to it. And this looks like it would have been a hell of a place to fight. Did I do a stupid and not grab that memento? I think I did. Oops. Based on what I know about Mythal when she inhabits people, i.e. Plymouth and stuff like that, I think she would have turned into a dragon. Would have likely been a dragon fight, and based on the size of the arena, I think that supports my assumption too. I mean, it was pretty cool to convince her. I guess on my next run, I'll just tell her to blow it out of her ass and fight her for it. Just see what the fight's like, but that felt nice to talk my way into that. I'm glad she agreed with my convictions. There's a memento right here, yeah. Up. Oh, it's only a brief little area, isn't it? Yeah, there's not much to even do here. Circle around and grab the chest and leave. And what is in you, you beauty? Pale Reflection. 20 damage versus enemies with low health. Standard enemies are now always considered to have low health. Defeating an enemy grants 5% ultimate. Sounds like nothing but a positive to me. The regular enemies are just way weaker, and when the boss gets low, it's gonna clap them. A refuge for Mythal. Solas always thought Mythal would join us eventually, that she was better than the rest of the Evanuris. He made this place so she'd be comfortable here once she joined the rebellion. Now it's too late. Solas has sealed this place off out of grief. He won't let me in. I'm sorry, my friend. There was something left for the war to take from you after all. Belasan. And more woe is me bullshit. He convinced a lot of people to buy into it too. There's so much left to take from you after the war, like... What about all the things that he took? Now, I'm not saying he was wrong to rebel against the Evanuris. I think everybody agrees that that had to happen, but like... We're seriously gonna act like he's never taken anything from anybody? Is that where we're going with this? You know? Is that really how we see this? Because that sure as shit ain't how I see it. Did we already open all those doors? Well, the boats are. That's to the lighthouse. I guess we did, because Morrigan just opened the left side one for us, so... Are we done with this? 96%. I'm missing one chest. I have no idea where that one chest would be. That's where it is. Okay, well I would be remiss if I didn't at least take a stab at this one last chest that we have somewhere. Oh right, yeah, that's under the Blight tree. I tried to figure this out and I could not.
You joined the Inquisition early.
Take a look. Or a second look, I guess it would be at this point, right? Oh, yeah, you're very intimidating.
Well, anyway, you joined the Inquisition early.
He always gets the job done.
This is all lit red, like it's ready to break. Oh. Am I just supposed to kill Darkspawn in the area? That was a 19, right?
We're not alone.
Bye. Do I just have to kill every single spawn in this area to get that?
Trouble nearby.
Company, get ready.
Making the rest of us look bad, Rook. Good to go. Stay there.
My job's done. Your turn.
I think we'll still need more spawn, likely. should be doing pretty good on numbers-wise. Let's see. Let me go check what that's at. I don't think we killed 50, but I also don't know what kind of method you're supposed to use to respawn these. Or if you even can, so I'm gonna have to go look. Let's see how many it says are left. Then progress as needed, I suppose. Alright, what are you telling me is left? $33 out of 50. Okay.
Wait. That well. Is it reminding anyone else of the one we sealed up?
The one that lured people to their deaths?
Sealed up.
I will jump down there eventually. But I want to get this darkspawn chest first. But I will jump down though and deal with that. Because I'm very curious. I did not die to that game. Stop. So where would the rest of the spawn be? Not across there, and if they were, we would already kill them, so... We've been through all this. We did up there, so we would have to backtrack further down to get any more darkspawn. We need 17 more.
You joined the Inquisition early.
Yeah. I volunteered because Lost Inquisition soldiers kept showing up and spooking my sheep. They had really old maps.
Spooking your sheep. This used to be a Solas, maybe we already did it. Well, shit. Where do we kill the rest of the darkspawn at? Damn it, this was a really concise episode until this shit. Okay, screw it. Just go jump down the well. Maybe they're down the... Because I can't think of anywhere else where there would be more darkspawn here. Maybe they're down the well and under the tree. That would make sense from a certain perspective, right? God knows where else they would be at.
Got company.
Hello? They aren't what I expected to find up here.
Finale moves yours. I got the setup, you do the rest. Move now.
gotta get one, then this all becomes way easier.
Now it's your turn.
Ready to go again.
Ready when you are.
Let's combo each other since I'm going through it right now.
Got things ready.
Ready again. Someone follow up.
I'm ready. Now it's your turn.
That's Rook for ya.
That was tough.
Beat me up there.
What the hell are you? Suck on this.
Don't stay there.
My job's done. Your turn.
Ready to go.
Okay, so they're all Blight creatures.
Move quick.
The Blight's so entrenched here. I don't see any way to clear it. But if anything Blighted rises up, we can put it down.
You're close to Charter, the Inquisition spy master.
I don't think we killed a 17 darkspawn there though, right? Unless
You know, I once saw her make a marquis weep.
they counted for bonus kills.
Must have been some greeting.
Let's check. 'Cause I don't think there's anywhere else for us to even go. I mean, maybe back into this main building. Just cleared this place, so I guess up here and across. Well, shit, now I don't want to jump down the well in case it resets the counter. I'm a save scum and then jump down the well. That's what I'm gonna do. You're at 35. Okay. Let's save scum and then I'm gonna yeet down. I don't normally like save scumming, but I ain't losing all that progress on darkspawn killing. Yeet.
So it was you.
mind that. Just me and you, bud.
Quick!
The Blight was coming. That's for the Voss family. Family. I think it's gone.
The family has justice, at least.
We should send word to Ida. No one needs to fear the well anymore.
Curious how that came all the way back to the lighthouse. I guess it was trying to get some revenge. Alright, so the only way left to go is all the way back down that starting path to get more darkspawn. We need 15 more, and none's left up here, so... I guess what was supposed to happen was the first time I came through here, I suppose I was supposed to just slaughter the shit out of everything I came across, and then by the time you get to the tree, they assume you've killed enough darkspawn, and bada bing, bada boom, but... I don't even remember seeing the counter the first time I came that told me that was even an option, so... If there ain't 15 darkspawn in this opening section, I don't know what else to do. And it doesn't look like there is any spawn here at all, so... I guess that kind of leaves me shit out of luck, doesn't it? I wonder if the little pygmy things constantly respawn if I don't kill the big dudes. Maybe that's where I went wrong. You know, slaughtering the big guys so quickly. Maybe if I leave them alive, then numbers replenish or something. Yeah. Like I said, I don't think I can get any of this shit to respawn. Like, even if I just fast travel around. Maybe that gets them to respawn, but anything that respawns them is likely going to reset my counter too, so...
Finish it.
See if we can farm a little.
They're hitting us from afar.
Nothing to even do the stagger because I want to know if he's gonna spawn any more friends. Okay, well he didn't, so... All these assholes down here we can look at.
About to have a problem.
Oh, whatever. Get over yourself. Just let's stick the fucking landing, Rook. Thank you.
Need to move.
Want any more friends?
Good work, everyone.
We've got company. And Rook takes that.
This.
I got the setup, you do the rest.
I have friends in Mirathis. Do you know?
I don't know everyone in the city.
You know the Viper, and everyone thinks he's a myth.
Sure.
And Dorian.
Okay, so far so
He's not
good.
quiet. And he's one of ours.
What about the elf who makes tiny cakes?
Dartara,
I made that one up.
you should meet her.
The elf who makes tiny cakes. I'd like to meet her too. I'm always in the market for tiny cakes. Especially if it's cheesecake too. Sheesh. I devour that shit. I am never hard to sell on a good cheesecake.
That's a problem.
Come on, get along.
It doesn't look like they were gonna spawn any friends for me. I don't think there was ever any up in this tower or anything, so up there by the tree is gonna be the last lot of darkspawn we have to fight.
Better be ready.
Okay, we already got it. It doesn't reset when you teleport around, I guess.
Nice one.
If that's the case, I don't need to waste all my time with you guys. Like this. Get that done nice and fast so I can get my chest and get out. More of the Black City. Your ability damage is always a critical hit. Using an ability consumes 20% of your maximum health as physical damage. As opposed to all that stagger. Nah, it's not worth. Alright, well. Sorry everybody that ended up being such a long episode. Initially thought I wouldn't have enough to make a full episode out of that, given that it was Solas' last thing, but now the Crossroads are at 100%. So we've officially fully completed our first area. Let's head back to the lighthouse, because we might have something new here after doing all that. It would make sense, certainly. If we don't, then I'll just go set up to chit-chat to Mrs. Harden next episode. This is still not open for us.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing our friendly lighthouse guardian anywhere, so I guess we're done with that. We upgraded you yet, Mr. Caretaker? Again. Rank 8. And we're right by Lace Harden for when we need to talk to her, so that is a perfect spot to wrap the episode. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause, feeling particularly generous, you want to help improve the channel, please check out the links in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Dragon Age the Veilguard. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Peace.